I wanted to reiterate, because we can't get any more clearer than a Buddhist. Buddhism is just a conversation between two people. One person is a mind. The other one is a heart. Isn't that weird to say that? Because a heart, we know, is a pumping phenomenon. It's like, it doesn't even look like a heart as far as what Hello Kitty gave us, or whatever that shape is. There is an actual pumping human heart. But we say mind because what we're meaning is, we don't mean the brain, this jar of worms, whatever it is, that we don't use but 0.02% of it, by the way. We say mind. We say mind, and then I don't know about you, but when I hear the word mind, I just see a massive swirling fucking vat of thought and illusion, and I'm like, can we close that one up? Put that on the shelf over there. I don't know about that thing, boy. I mean, I do, but really, I mean, is there some way we can empty that out, like completely? Just empty it out. Never going to get rid of it. Anyway, thanks to Neptune going forward, it's going to cause a bit of like a flash, like an alien does when you walk into the room and you see an alien, and all of a sudden you forget why you walked into the room. Alien was it right in there, and they flashed you, and you're like, I know this will work out. For me, I always think, um, you know, uh, there was some purpose that I walked in there. Anyway, gosh, I wanted to make this video seriously about talking about the problem. See, the Buddhist would say problem of mind. But Sam Vaknin and all the other narcissists who think they know what they're talking about will say the problem of narcissism. Which one will you take home with you and say, I think that there's a problem with this or that? See, this is the difference between, like, okay, there's the heart talking, which, now if we get into the heart, babes, its particular job is to staple. It's like it's beating. It's not just beating like that, like a tired horse. It's actually beating electrically in between that. It's like this vibration according to even the slightest thought, right? And experience. Point being, it's ongoing. You don't control your heart. And you don't control the mind either. What my point is scientifically what the heart is an electromagnetic resonance machine kind of thing, where it's picking up, all of the information. Is what Nassim Haram says. I think even Tesla says that's where all the information is coming in, and then the mind is a receiver. It's an electromagnetic field that we're in this soup. And, yes, so, there's much more communicating going on than just your voice to ear. Any empath, that's the world of the empath. If we bring it up, it's also the world of the narcissist, of course. But the problem is, it's like, how do we talk about it? Because they go right there, and then it's hard to talk about. See, they are just full of denial that it's there. They don't have a conversation or anything. But they use it, and we're supposed to be like, well, we didn't see that. It's as plain as simple as this, and this is what I want to get to. Finally, at minute 4:50. It's as plain as simple as that. They just assume that somehow that they can shroud reality away from you. like there's an on and off button to it. You'll notice it's like it's peculiar. It's like, so you think you can turn the truth off, which is in reality. So that if they want to turn the truth off, they'll have to turn reality off, and they do. This is the truth about narcissists, and this is what the problem is. This is what the problem of the mind is. It can't have reality. So, but if there's an awareness fully encapsulated into the mind, it's now fully unconscious. When you say unconscious, it's not interacting. See, this is consciousness. Scientists say everything around here as a floaty thing that you can run into and hit your shin against and say, "Ow, fuck," is consciousness. It's just an ocean floating of things. You can call it the truth. But scientists, just to confuse us up, and we don't know what they're talking about, right, most of the time. It's information. It's just there it is, and there's my cat jumping in the window. It's open, and it's because I had a hot fire and it's kind of warm, unseasonably warm. Anyway, getting back to God, trying to talk. I mean, if we can just get to the point here. Narcissists are not reality-oriented, so they don't have any awareness. So they don't have any feeling. There's no feeling there. That's one of the things that you will, I mean, this is just very basic, and like what I mean is general, the platform that we're dealing with there, is that as an empath, that is the most scariest situation. And in fact, these people with no feeling, no awareness, not reality-oriented, are dangerous. The way that they will try to form to get close to somebody, like to form a human relationship. Now, this can get really serious, right? How anyway, I don't want to point any one gender. See, but I stick up for the woman, in case she has any intelligence. But I know that there's problems there too, right? Women are taking advantage of the fact that that there's a possibility of the fully encapsulated mind. See, but all narcissists are. All narcissists are expecting for you to be a mind. If you're not, they do what is called colonization. To some extent, they will. They try to do this, but the main thing is they try to get you stuck into the mind. They are looking for one, and they're finding they want to hide there. They want to play a mind game. They want to hide in there, and then pretty soon they have taken up rent space in your head, is what they call it, and there's very dangerous kinds. Uh, the fact that they aren't reality oriented, this is what I wanted to stress, is that they are not oriented to reality. They have no awareness of reality. Their awareness is stuck in the mind. So that's a completely checked out person, and believe it or not, they're everywhere. I don't think that you'll say, oh, these are severe malignant cases. No. We have of course, there's a spectrum, like a wide range. It could happen that things like will unfold in an individual's life who is completely disconnected like that, where it begins to show, it's like, oh shit, these people are getting into trouble, right? And now they're known. I mean, how far can we go with the character of these people? Yes, they are extremely self-absorbed. And it brings up the subject matter of intimacy, the fact of no feeling and stuff like this. They can't achieve intimacy. So yeah, the intimacy, which is like saying It's self-reflective. It's self-reflecting. Like, well, yeah, I did do that. And why did I do that? Well, I'll do something different. Kind of a thing. They don't have that rapid of awareness going on. It's not aware. It's very much unconscious. It is so unconscious if it's now the malignant cases are a 100%. Now, if there's a 100%, these are the ones that you notice after a while. It's like, oh no, so it's only been me having the conversation there. If you notice, I mean, if you snap out of whatever it is, you know why that they ended up there in the first place, but really keep an eye on it, you know, because they kind of weasel themselves in next to you for some reason. Like the worst of the worst, is like when you need help or something. Like a good example was like 5 years ago or something, or 6 years ago. You think you're going to work together. And it's like, well, yeah, I have a place for you to stay. Hey, you want to pay just some rent, and I'll actually give you a deal. They don't. Fuck, a deal to them is there's no such thing, unless you're laying down flat and they're constantly wiping their feet on you. They're the fucking robbers. They're the ones who don't reciprocate. They're the ones who flake out after a while. They're the ones who cause an entanglement. They don't do relationships. They do entanglement, which is called situationships, which is like, that could be so dangerous. But to get back to the phenomena of just the real life, if they're not reality oriented, there is no awareness. See, awareness is feeling. Awareness it's more than like this. You have feeling. Your whole body is like a mechanism or an aperture of the potential to awareness. And it's feeling. It's feeling, right? I mean, think about it. It's like, well, let's be aware of this particular shape. Well, it seems circular. You can be blind and still have awareness. A lot more going on than just see what meets the eye and the ear. I mean, boy, I mean, the truth is that you can lose all of your senses. This is what the Buddhists say. And you still have complete awareness. You're going to eventually lose your body. And you're going to be like, well, well, I'm going to go over here. Well, how is it so easy, as far as the universe, and where, like, you just forgot that you just got hit by a train? Time to wake up a little bit, babe. You can get in your body and then say, well, what the fuck is this experience? And then eventually you're going to get out of it, but don't miss anything. It's fun. There's feelings. Feelings. You can see if you can imagine. Now, the thing that I start thinking about is when you come up to the subject matter of sex. Might as well with Venus and Virgo. I mean, with Venus. Yeah, I'm Venus and Virgo. Venus and Scorpios. Right now, I'll post this sometime in the middle of the month. It's actually December 5th right now. Tell me how it works out. Sex, I imagine sex with a narcissist is there's no feeling, right? You know it's there. I mean, you've seen it, babes. I have studied it. Pardon. I shouldn't let you in on this, but if you've watched pornography, I don't know about you, but I notice when people are having a good time and they're making a connection or not. Most of it is no connection. One person is feeling one thing in their minds, based in their minds. See, this is the thing that I need to clarify when you say that there's no feeling. They don't have any feeling. They're gaining feelings, which is very primitive, if you can imagine. They can't, I mean, it's feelings like of this. I'm on top. I'm winning. Like it's it's a spike of, like basically it's just, I've gained entitlement, I'm on top, and I'm winning. And they have a very black and white roller coaster like that, right? And it's daily, you know. So their sex is like kind of like that. You know, the guy is just going to town and she has to somehow translate it there, and who knows if she does or not. That's the thing, is that men are kind of easy. That's a scientific fact, and then women have to put up with some hell of shit, I guess. You know, she needs to, but then there's some that just are, God, this video. I'm not interested in this at all. I see it out there and I study things and I'm like, fuck, man. Well, you know, if you're a super sensitive empath, you're just gonna stay away from people who are so dangerous because they're not reality oriented. It is to me, it's like, well, haven't you noticed this is what this fucking world is full of? Have you um found something more interesting than people? Like get into the truth more? Have you found something to kind of make you more level than thinking that people exist? Have you? What I mean is, because that sounds kind of narcissistic, right? But no, no, there is a field of your mind. Your mind is going to create who people are based on very fragmented experiences, and any Buddhist will start to tell you this try to, and it's one of the most complicating things, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm just going to say there is a myth that people can be now, but only now can be now. And people are people.